in bio lab. We were all given this solution, and it's a test tube full, half of a solution. And he just passed them out and just randomly, and one of them, out of all 30, had an STD in it, and then if you put the little solution, they'll turn pink. And so basically, we went to Club Jan, and that's our teacher's name, Dr. Jan, and so we decided he would like flash the lights, and then he turned on some music, and he turned on Flight of the Conchords, It's Business Time, which goes, it's business time. Just really, really good singing. And then, so he was doing that, and then we all were like, you have to have sex with 1 to 5 people, and I got it on with 5! And so he would basically just take, he just said, okay, now take your test tubes and go, and you have to watch, and so on my paper, I had a list called My Lovers, and there were 5 of them. So I took my test tube and I went over to Stephanie, and so we had sex, and that means we took a little fluid from mine and put it into the fluid of hers, and then I went over to Andrew, and I don't know who that kid is, but I had sex with him. And then who was my third? Kaylee, because, oh no, my second was Kaylee, because we wanted to be each other's seconds, because it was romantic and cute. And then I had sex with Andrew, who I don't know who he is. And then fourth, it was like, from across the classroom, I was like, Nader, have sex with me! Because he's like my biffle. And so he came over, and we had a 3-way with Kaylee, because it was like, oh, he puts them in mine, and then it's on hers, and 3-way romanticness. And so then, after that, I needed to have a 5th one, and we were running out of time, because the club night was almost over, so I just yelled, Emily, have sex with me! And so he did, and so she did. And so that, I had sex with 5 people, and then he like turned the lights back on from flickering, and then he was just like, okay guys, okay, I don't know what happened last night. And he's like ruffling his hair, he's like, I don't know what happened, but we gotta get tests for our STDs. So we went around and put it in everyone's solution, and if it turns pink, that means you have an STD. So it turned pink because I had an STD, and so then he said, all the people that have the pink solution stand up, and so there were 12 of us, and so he said anybody that was a clear test tube that had sex with someone with a pink test tube, make the pink person sit down. So then there were only 3 people left after that whole thing, and it was me, Nader, and another girl that Nader had sex with. And so the teacher basically told us that Nader was the one that had the STD in the first place, and so now I don't trust Nader because he gave me a freaking STD!
So you had fun in bio today?
Yeah, basically, it was a good lab.
Is that why you don't like photography?